Thank you for coming back. This is part 3. I'm going to make this one the last part, I promise. We just touched on a birth chart for Sun in Scorpio, Moon, Aries, Rising in Capricorn. We actually just got done talking about Mars in Scorpio, which briefly, Mars is the planet of action, of fiery, just like your passion, how you do things. Having a Mars in Scorpio sign, I feel like, is very intense, let alone with having a Sun sign in Scorpio. You are one of the most misunderstood signs. You're misrepresented. A lot of people just do not understand your intensity, and until you understand your intensity and realize that intense doesn't have to mean toxic or bad or scary or death or like anything like that. It's actually a beautiful thing that is bringing transformation in life. That's when life changes. Okay, so we'll move on from there. Next we're going to talk about is Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is a really fun sign to learn about too. I honestly feel like Cancers get a really bad rap. I think I have like a soft spot for all signs that people don't like, because as a Gemini, obviously we don't get the best rap, but I think we're the best. Jupiter in Cancer. Rely on your gut instincts when pursuing goals, dreams, and success. That means even if you don't like what it's telling you. You can't ignore your gut instinct, listening to your mind, because your mind, your heart, it's going to play tricks on you. Like I've said through all 3 of these videos, you are powerful, intuitive, and you have to start listening to your gut instead of just going on the whim of a hope and a prayer, whoa, you're not living on a prayer. Stop doing that. You are more than capable of making more informed decisions because you know what's going on. You will attract the most good fortune. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention Jupiter. I talked about it in the first video, but Jupiter is the planet of abundance, success. It also has a lot to do with religion and just good fortune. It's one of my favorite planets, so yes, okay. You will attract the best fortune when you are sympathetic, charitable, and using your powers to help comfort but not save. That is something that is really hard for you because you see the solutions so easy and other people don't. And so you just kind of well, I'll just do it for you, or I'll just give it to you. And as much as you think that's helping somebody in the short term, it might be. But in the long term, it's taking from you and it's not helping them. You have to teach someone to fish so they can eat every day. We've all heard that saying. So it's very important to always be open to being a leader and a guide, but not being too forceful on just I'll do it, because people need to learn. It's the best way. You have to let people learn. It says real estate or the food industry could be prosperous avenues. I always think that's fun to add in there. I don't know. Stop allowing negative to be normal. It doesn't have to be glass half empty. Have you ever even had gratitude for having a cup? Now, that is deep. When I wrote that, I was like, damn, bitch, that is deep as hell. But that is exactly what life is trying to teach us. The saying that we're taught from the beginning is glass half full or half empty. We have to choose one. And nobody's even talking about having gratitude to have a glass to put water in, having a glass to pour out to others. Finding gratitude for that cup, empty, full, runneth over. It doesn't matter. You have to find the gratitude in the smallest things. That way, it cannot ever be taken from you. That is really the key to you having success in life. When something happens to you, it doesn't have to suck. You don't have to always feel well, what's next? Or I can't wait to see what happens next, or what more could go wrong, or that is a negative manifestation that you are using your powerful energy. And the universe does not understand language. It understands frequency. So you putting out that negative frequency and understanding that something bad is going to happen, bitch, you have to stop. Even if it seems so obvious, even if it seems like you have a picnic planned for tomorrow and it's 100% chance of rain, spending the whole day before your picnic being upset about the rain that you literally have absolutely no motherfucking control over is wasting time. Why don't we spend that time today pivoting and finding somewhere else that we can go, or creating another solution. Like, you have a whole 24 hours to recreate the 24 hours ahead of you to be happy. You are the only one that can do that for yourself. You are the only one. You will not feel so irritated and unsatisfied and like untrusting and like just bleh with life. Like, once you start just releasing those negative thoughts, I already said it in one of these videos, but like, literally, if you have to stop your mind and say like, stop, no, not today, Satan. I say that all the freaking time. I still have to remind myself, and you have to write, if you have to write notes, if you have to, whatever you have to do to continually retrain your brain into not being a realistic negative person. Like, I don't care if it's realistic. You speaking negatively about it is not fixing or helping anything. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it, and it's time to stop that. You are a very loved, seen, amazing person. You are independent. You are vibrant. You are amazing. But when you're out of whack, you're not those things. You're angry and you're upset and you're tense and you're mad and crabby like the Cancer. And that is just not your energy, and it doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't reciprocate good to others, because it's just not, it doesn't feel good. Like, you really have to start being like more focused on the energy that you're putting out. And I already talked about this as well, but you are too quick to trust. Trust is something that deserves to be earned. Like we just said, trust your gut. Your gut is never wrong about any situation. It could like damn near save your life. That just came to my head. Like, choosing to not see the wickedness, or choosing to not see the danger, or choosing to not see the bad, the obvious ickiness of a situation doesn't remove it. Just because it's like out of sight, out of mind, it's still there. It's still playing a role. It's still bringing negative vibes. It's still bringing negative energy. If you're doing the same things and getting the same results and expecting different, that is the definition of what? Insanity. You have to stop trusting everybody to love you the way you want to be loved. That is something that is earned, and it is time to like start loving yourself like that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that that person and that love and that desire and that passion that you want isn't out there. It is, but you will never, ever have it or obtain it or find it until the day you have it yourself. And I know that's like so cliche to say, and it's so hard when we live these lives where we feel like so unsatisfied with ourselves, but like, you are a great judge of character. You are so smart, so wise, so powerful, so on top of your life that you are blocking the blessings and the opportunities and the next levels because you are just kind of like doing it all, expecting everything, hoping like on a wing and a prayer instead of acting, instead of reflecting, instead of being freaking honest with yourself. The more you're honest with yourself, the less being honest with yourself will suck. Like, it's not easy at first. It's very stressful. It's very annoying. It's very not what you want. But once you start doing that daily, multiple times a day, it's going to be something that you only have to do like every other day, every other day, every week, every month. You know, like once you start shifting your life, it's not going to be something that you have to do forever. And you really will start seeing the abundance of like the blessings and everything that you ever want overflowing into your life when you stop grasping and searching. You just need to be the beautiful, perfect, simple soul that you are, and it is coming. It is coming. That's a good affirmation or a good manifestation for you to write. I am so happy and grateful now that it feels so good now that, and don't make it realistic. Don't write something like off the whim of your brain that you want right now. Really reflect on that. Like, what do you really need? What do you really want to manifest? Like, it needs to be bigger than like a current emotion. Okay. Okay, so we'll move on to Saturn and Capricorn. So Saturn represents time and like, just like it's very slow moving. I know I talked about this in the other episode, so I don't want to spend too much time in it, but like Saturn is not It's like the old man driving on the interstate going like 52 miles an hour, and you're like, who the even let you out this fucking house right now? And you can't get around them, and it's just like so freaking frustrating, and you get pushed to your limits, and you want to just like do really terrible things. That's Saturn. And you know what? You're going to cruise behind grandpa until your exit, because it's just what you need to do. Like, and until you sit back, put the cruise on, listen to the music, understand that everyone around you is also being slowed down by this. It's not a race. Not everything's a race. It's okay to slow down and smell the roses. That's what Saturn is trying to teach us in life, I believe. Comparison is the thief of joy. I feel like I already said that to you. Your plans are very thought out and will lead to success. You are going to be a successful person. You are a champion. You're a persevering ass queen. You are beautiful, more beautiful than the stars, inside and out. It's okay to be smart and aware, but being too guarded and being too worried and being too judgmental and being too all of those things that are self-learned behaviors are causing you missed opportunities, are causing you this sadness and this feeling of not feeling worthy and not feeling beautiful and not feeling deserving. Like all of those things that you're desiring to feel are being blocked by your own expectation and by your own subconscious programming. And again, I feel like I've said this so much, like it is hard, and new doesn't have to be, new's not scary. New doesn't have to be negative. New is damn near inevitable. If you're not willing to be new and changing and ever growing, like you will lack, you will fall behind. And if that's where you want to stay, then that's okay, but that's not who you are. And you don't want to settle, like compromise. Like in your head, you're like, why the fuck would I compromise? Like this is life. Don't let anybody steal that from you, because that is beautiful. New is good. It's natural. Again, you're the sign of transformation and rebirth. You have to allow yourself to do that. When I was writing, I imagined what I seen was like, you are this like beautiful like oak tree. Okay. I don't know if this even makes sense, but like somebody planted this seed. You're planted this seed, and every few weeks you dig this seed up and you check its progress and you analyze what it's doing and how it's doing, and you're comparing it to everything else around it and all the huge other trees, and you're hoping and you're wishing, and then you're feeling bad and you're feeling like you did something wrong, and then you're replanting that seed in a hope of it being better in another 2 weeks, when you know damn well it's going to take 5 years, 10 years to be that shaded, strong, beautiful tree that you are longing to be. Stop digging yourself up. The day you plant is not the day you harvest. The day you plant is not the day you harvest. Time is going to happen either way. You're going to go through time either way. Are you going to go through it miserable, or are you going to go through it trying something different? Give yourself realistic expectations. 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 2 years. 1 year can change your whole life. You have to just trust. You have to plant these seeds and feed, and like your fertilization has to be so joyful, and it has to have so much gratitude in it, and you have to water it with so much love and understanding and grace. And that is when you will see growth. Not when you pick it up every 3 days and look at it. Like, give yourself more grace. That just came in my head again. Grace. You need to give yourself more grace. Your energy is precious and it deserves to be protected, but you have to stop wasting time doing things that are just wasting your time and stealing your energy and your joy and your gratitude. Uranus. So Uranus is like the opposite of Saturn. Uranus is of change and transformation, which is kind of what a Scorpio is all about. So it says that you can have a hard time trusting your gut instinct. Your Uranus is in Capricorn. I don't know if I said that. Capricorn. So you can have a hard time trusting your gut instinct because you're like common sense as a Capricorn is so overpowering. It's overbearing. You're very smart. You're very resourceful in this sense. And when it comes to like really making decisions and really making changes, when it comes to listening to your gut, like I've told you this whole thing, you have a really hard time because on the other side of you, it's like good angel, bad angel. One angel is saying like, do it, bitch, jump. And the other angel is saying like, but what if you fall? knowing damn well it is a 2 feet jump. It's hiding it from you, and it's tricking you in a sense. And like, you just have to like have enough faith. And you know what? Like, just jump. Like, what if you fly, my darling? What if you fly? What if you fly? What if you fly? I know that's such a cliche saying, but what if you succeed? What if it does work out? That goes back to the pessimistic, optimistic attitude. It is now time for you to start declaring and accepting the what if scenarios in the best, most positive light you ever possibly could, and go with it. 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 You are strong and powerful and capable. I feel like that's probably the main word of this whole reading. So don't forget that ever. For real. You are so strong. You are so strong, capable, and powerful, but you cannot beat defeat. There's no such thing as a loss. Like, you either, like, you lose or you learn. Like, to me, like, there's no such thing as failure. Like, if I'm doing something, I'm committed to something. I'm not a millionaire yet. I haven't changed as many lives as I want to yet. I'm not network marketing at the level I want to yet. I don't have a team that I want to yet. Yet. I have done so much, and I have put in so much time, and like, to believe that time and effort and work and commitment are not part of the dream is robbing you of your dream. You're going to fail, but fail forward. Learn from everything. Like, what are you learning from this? Is this a loss or is this a lesson? And I know that's hard for you because you think you know everything, but sometimes you are like really meant to learn something in opportunities that really feel like so far from what you want to learn from and people you want to learn from. Excuse me. Your life mission and like your soul destiny and journey mean everything to you. And if you don't know what that is, you're going to feel like you're wasting your life. So it really, I can help you do that too. We can dive into that. But, so this is a little deep, but I just want to, I feel like it's really important. So determination and questioning traditional ideas of like success and love and marriage and career and like that is who you were born to be. I feel like I need some chapstick or lipstick. Like, you were not born to be this like submissive, responsible, not fun, not happy, not transformational human. You were literally designed by the stars to be a changer of minds, to be a changer of thoughts, to be a thought provoker. And when you really harness your power and your passion and your intensity and really learn how to present it on a beautiful ice platter instead of coming in with like an ice dagger, yeah. You are not scared to like assert yourself, and everyone knows how you feel. I mean, that's something that you probably hear all the time. But take pride in that. Take pride in your ideas. Take pride in your opinions. But again, learning how to present them in a more, I almost said responsible, but I'm really trying to not say that, Capricorn, in a more calm atmosphere, in a more respecting atmosphere, in a more open atmosphere is going to give you so much more success in that. And I think that that will really help you with so much communication and change in your life is when you just like really learn how to like, even if that means that you have to like write stuff down or take breaks, like there's definitely alternatives. And if you have to, can't do what you've always done again. Okay. We're not going to say the same thing. You need to take more consideration of people's feelings. You were born to change this world. There's no doubt about it. You are good-hearted and genuine, but you're just too quick to jump, too fast, too many highs, too many lows. And like a lot of people don't take you seriously at this point in your life. And like in any point of a Uranus and Capricorn, Scorpio person's life, like your intensity and your excitement and your drive and your passion for more success, growth, it's going to create a lot of projects, opportunities, jobs, ideas, purposes. And there's going to come a time in your life where your people that mean the most to you are not going to take you seriously. And that is going to be the biggest blow to you. But how they feel and how they react is none of your business. And the only way to be successful and to prove yourself is to be successful and to prove yourself. Okay? Like, it might be an off the beaten path and they might not understand it at first, but as long as you stay good-hearted and true to you and listen to your gut instinct and be reasonable, you will create the life that you have always promised and created for your family. And it will turn into like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you. Why would you do that? To, oh my God, I always knew you would do that. No wonder. Of course you did that. And that will really change your confidence too. But it starts with you just like doing. Neptune. Okay, so Neptune's kind of like your spiritual higher self. Neptune is also in Capricorn. This is wise and sensible, intuitive and sensitive. Not a fighter. So you kind of just like put your feelings on the back burner, and that's just like nobody ever, like you either are going to fight or you're just going to shut up. And there has to be a middle ground. There has to be middle ground there for you to feel heard and to feel like resolution is happening in whatever you're doing. Sometimes that makes you a little too indecisive. People might say that you are like too soft or too indecisive. And you might have this like internally like identity issues. Like, I mean, am I too soft or do I know what I want? Am I too timid and irrational or am I strong and courageous? Or that is really, people's opinions of you are really going to fuck up your mindset, and you have to take control over that. You have to take control over that. You have to fully grasp your intuitive powers and like just know that like you are powerful. You are powerful. You're intuitive. You know what's going on. You see deeper than others. You feel things, and like you've always known that. Stop questioning it. Like just roll with it. It doesn't mean you have to do anything. Just accept it. Like don't question it so much. It does say that spiritual or artistic past is calling your name. Ring, ring. Are you going to answer? Okay. You are always digging deeper than most people. And just, again, I think I said this before, just because you see something or acknowledge something doesn't mean that it needs to be brought to the surface by you or even in that time. Sometimes it's not the right time. Sometimes it's not even any of your fucking business. And you got to get out of it, okay? You're easily influenced, but again, that goes back to listening to your gut. I literally wrote that again, LOL. I think I might have, nope, I'm good. So Pluto in Scorpio, Pluto is like your power, like how you make things happen, I guess. And this just says like you have a deep-seated fear of betrayal, and you're just like longing to hold on to everything and everyone that you have or have had, and that's just not how life is supposed to be. There are such things as seasons. Some things are supposed to stay, some things are supposed to go, some things are supposed to teach you, some things are just supposed to make you feel good. And to have gratitude, again, for every single one of these seasons, even the sad ones, even the really shitty ones, even the really hard ones. Because after every single shitty season or hard season, there's always been another season. And that in itself is enough to be thankful for. Period. Develop into a person who is ready for like the seasons. Like be ready for change. Be okay with change. Be okay with not having control over absolutely everything or everyone. You're not supposed to do that. It's too much. Control yourself, girl. Like control yourself, and a sensual, passionate, loving person will find you. They will find you. They will find you. But you not being honest or real with yourself is blocking all of that because nobody even knows who the real you is. Does that make sense? Okay. We're almost done. Okay, so Lilith is like your subconscious. That is also in Scorpio. So, you intense as much. Intimacy, desire, inner deep attachment, sex, deep soul connection is human. And yours is a little more intense than any of us could ever imagine. And it's okay. It is okay. It is healthy. It is pure. It is grown. It is beautiful. It is feminine energy to be a sexy. It is feminine energy to own yourself and to love yourself more than anyone else. Like how beautiful that we get to be these feminine creatures that get to create and transform and be anything that we fucking want to be simply because we believe it to be. Like when you really harness that and you really understand that like those are basic human instincts, and like you don't have to like be afraid of them. You don't have to like hide them, because that is basic human instinct again. And all of those feelings that you feel that are negative about it are learned instincts, characteristics, ideas from your family. And you got to let it go. You got to let it go. The way you were raised, the way you were taught, the way that you were brought up to think. Subconsciously, we don't even realize that it happened. But when we got raised to think that people were sluts or people were whores or people did this or people got married, and there's just so many stigmas around relationships, staying in relationships, being sexual, being intimate, being in love with yourself as a soul human being, that we just like are told that that's not okay. And like, it is more than okay. It is your human right to feel that way. And not until you like accept the fuck and out of yourself and love yourself in the face of disapproval. Like, you're a grown ass woman, and as long as you're not doing anything to hurt your body, to put your body in danger, to put your body in a place of being taken advantage of, your heart, your mind, or your soul, you are grown and you are allowed to do anything that you want to do that brings you joy, that brings you passion, that brings you excitement. But again, always listen to your gut instinct. Always listen to your gut instinct. When you love yourself, you will allow others to love you as you are. And like, how exciting is that? Like, that's exactly what you're hoping for. So it's time to open yourself up for it. I know that makes sense. Self-acceptance is key to ending extreme behaviors or feelings, or like tantrums in your life. Like, you are just like not going to get what you want by kicking and screaming. The universe does not care. It does not care. And if anything, it's picking up that really negative, shitty, ungrateful, unhappy energy, and it's gonna bring back more, because that's what you're telling it you're focusing on. Like, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. Okay. Ascendant. This is where we're ending, okay? Ascendant, so that's like your rising. Your ascendant is in Capricorn. Serious is you, but people who get to know you, like, get you. I put The Office. I imagine like that TV show where it's like awkwardly funny, but like people who think it's funny think it's hilarious. That's you. Look good, feel good, fake it till you make it attitude has paid off for you in life, but like, how do you really feel? How do you really feel? I feel like I just know that it's probably not great. And no matter that has worked for you, it's really time to analyze and dig deep and reflect on like, what the fuck do you really want? Like, family conditioning is controlling your life. You gotta break the chains. Like, you are the one. You are strong enough. You are powerful enough. You are worthy enough. You are capable enough. You are all of those magical, beautiful, amazing things that you are like wanting to be. And like, you just, you've been deemed responsible from the get. As a Capricorn, you have a very responsible attitude. Your parents had probably said that about you. Like, you're the responsible one. Like, don't do anything wrong. Like, oh, not it. You know, like, oh, you never do that. Like, and you've adapted that because, again, what you say is what you become. And you have taken on that persona and that self-identity. And not that you're not responsible. You're very responsible. And you have the capability of doing all things, being responsible, and also being a little in tune with everything you want in life. It is possible. You are capable of having it all in balance. Like, you are so capable. You have to just like let go of the extremism that was forced on you through your life, of family, of structure, of tradition, of values. Like, that is your building blocks. That is who you are. Like, it really is. It does make you who you are, but it doesn't mean that that's who you have to stay. If you're not happy, if you're not living a life right now that you are happy with and you would be okay with living in 5 years, it's time to change. It just is. And I feel like I've given you enough ideas and tips through these videos to do that. But like, you can have different ideas and be successful. You really can show your family that like 2 + 2 = 4, but so does 1 + 3. Okay? And confidence, self-acceptance, self-awareness, self-love, not being so intense, not being so spontaneous, not being so open to just like anything and everything is really going to prove your point there. And to end here, I just have written down again, you are enough. You are worthy. You are capable. You are deserving. You are successful. You are loved. You are seen. And you are responsible. Release the how and embrace your why. It is so obvious to you, I think, what the next step needs to be. And if I'm wrong, I hope that you find it soon. But trust your gut, you powerful, amazing queen. Yeah, I love you. That is the end of this reading. Please check the comments and the bio for my link tree to look into getting a birth chart reading for yourself. Check me out, like, subscribe, all those things. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you soon.